his or her alleged involvement in corruption, and that person is found guilty in the presence of your family, your children, your wife, your family members, and things, other associates, you are seen wearing that orange, whether that orange or red suit or whatever.
It's orange. It's
Orange
always
is
orange.
always orange suit, and they put that on you and put you in jail. You stay for 10 years where there is no compromise. You stay there for 10, maybe 20, 30 years, depending your crime. I think the children coming from that family
We
of that
have a
corrupt
second
man
thought.
will have a second thought that
They will not think that this is
business
business
as
as usual.
usual.
This is like
Right.
Joseph Newman Baika would say, will not be business as usual. This is not institutionalized.
right,
It's unacceptable.
right. We can weed these people out. We can weed
can
this
weed the
out
people
of our
out.
society.
It is not one of this war crimes that we'll be thinking about. We'll be thinking about economic crimes.
Right,
People that pillaged the land.
right.
People that told to themselves that they were the central bank, they were people that pillaged the land.
Mhm.
Of course, from the day our economy is slumming during the war, it has not picked up yet.
Not at
And
all.
guys gotta give account of that.
Right. So let's go to the talking point. We have T-Max who've been faced with a number of issues lately. Like we mentioned in our intro, that two security institutions, the Liberia National Police and the Drug Enforcement Agencies, the LEC power theft, guys also were involved into a situation. But beginning with the LMP, it was a sad situation in It's not even fit to be a concentration camp because you wouldn't concentrate on anything.
No.
I mean,
Mind you,
you have.
I'm not talking about concentration camp in the vein of imparting knowledge. No. Check the Nazi concentration camp. They were not teaching life. They were not teaching algebra or physics or chemistry or biology. People were being dehumanized.
Right.
That's what it is. If you see the LDA place, I can't work there in an hour.
And yesterday,
I'm not. Let me go.
Right.
I don't know what your visit you play. I'm getting to that.
Right.
Biker said this.
Right.
So A.B. Kroman and his guys fighting based on what Biker told them. Based on what Biker told them, I don't want Liberian boys and girls to be zombies.
You're walking, sleeping,
and knocking their heads on the pole.
I
don't want them. So, with that instruction, with that, what Biker saw he saw by himself. With that mission given to A.B. Kroman, that's why he's doing what he's doing. And I think you got to match words with these.
Right.
If the government promises to deal with this as a social menace, resources must be
political will
there. If the guys in King Jaw, if the company were set to better their life, they demand more to what they get.
Right.
And when you get in that free mind of wanting life better for yourself, the value of your life becomes less of you think about. That is what you want.
Right.
We are in a new day. The police and the police of yesterday under Sulu. It must conform to what it is under now, under Gregory. And that transformation will be difficult to achieve. These guys are used to being police guys, money managers in plantations. Gregory is telling them, nah, your business is to ensure that you live orderly. That whatever demands you have must be in the channel of the court.
Right.
It's a new day altogether. So you see the uprising is based on that promises, that inspiration Joseph Biker gave them. That is what is bringing the transformation. And no matter what it takes, whether lives will be lost, our people demand that change, that freedom, that what is going through. And you got to match your words with your promises with these. If you want the streets to be clear, if you want Liberian citizens, children to be free of drugs, A.B. Kroman was giving us staggering analysis. Staggering analysis. 20% of Liberian 5.4 million citizens are on drugs. That constitutes a million Liberian citizens. Guys,
that's about 1.5 million people. Or maybe a million.
That is about guys between the ages of 12 to 25, at least to 30, are on drugs. And Biker said he doesn't want that. Biker said he doesn't want Liberian children to be that way. It's good to have sweet talk. You got to mark the sweet talk with
action,
with deeds and action.
Right.
If you don't want those guys to be there, I knew A.B. Kroman for some time. Rakoff get clear for me. I came to work and I went outside there to say, I was asking for I left my key to say, oh, my man A.B. came behind you and took your car. I said, took my car to do what? I think A.B. was doing something in Sion Town.
Right.
He needed a car, so he took my car. As a friend, I wouldn't embarrass him. So I took Keke and I went behind him and I saw my car. Now, if you want to combat drugs, coach, and you give A.B. the assignment to fight drugs, you must put the money at his disposal. He must have jeeps. He must have cars. His guys must be trained, rehabilitated. Those guys must be vetted that are there because the drug laws have infiltrated every inch, every ounce of the Liberian drug enforcement. Don't get it, because if they are drug agents and those guys are DEA are not taking pay, it's just a matter of confiscating the drugs today, boss them today, get it back to the bosses. Bosses can't get paid. They don't have even a pay cut. Recycle it.
Yeah.
So the stuff you see is a new dawn. The drug laws are not accustomed to being chased.
No.
And A.B. that's doing that. They got to have resistance.
And T-Max, just two angles I would like to come from, on this whole issue. First, I just want to, maybe if the government is not seeing it from that direction, when people decide to sacrifice themselves,
Mhm.
the police themselves did not go with the intention of shooting their own citizens. Apparently, from the HD, I have an HD video of the whole situation,
Mhm.
watching it from from a drone, camera, like
Mhm.
the citizens were throwing stones and things, and then some of the stones were affecting some of the officers. Some of them were getting wounded. You got the black us sometimes
Mhm.
when you're trying to block one stone, one is coming from the other direction and
Mhm.
thing. Several officers have gotten wounded, before apparently whoever gave the order, we don't know yet, and thing maybe one of the officers acted. I watched it. I didn't see, how the shooting started and so
Mhm.
on, so right. But all of these justifications, those citizens that whose life have lost, our citizens, our sympathy to the family members, to the
families.
bereaved families and thing. Government should do everything it can to console, the families and thing, and reach out. But the real reward for that is to ensure that those things that they protested for which some of them life were lost, are brought to them.
Mhm.
For example, how can you open a radio station, you have a transmitter, you don't have microphones? The mic is the only medium through which you communicate information to the louder audience.
Nobody wants to see the transmitter.
Whether
Nobody wants to see the transmitter.
no,
They want to hear you talk.
they want to hear you
They
talk.
want to. They want to hear you talk.
Right.
And your talking comes from
the mic.
from the
Whether it is
microphone.
wireless mic, but
It is
mic is
mic.
mic. Even the headphone you use, the telephone you're using, the communication you're having with people on the phone, it is the mic within that phone that is transmitting your voice. The point I'm making is, as simple as microphone is, it is as vital to broadcasting than as a transmitter, as a generator, as all the furnitures in here.
Mhm.
So as simple as safety gears are to a concession company like Orius Mining, those safety gears are as vital to those individuals as their energies they're using to go and do the work. Imagine a multi-million-dollar company like Orius Mining at Kinjor cannot provide safety gears. Some of the things that the Minister of Information tried sharing them with us yesterday. Some of the things that the people are talking about. You can buy gloves. You can buy boots.
Why you want them to buy gloves and put those guys are slaves?
Those are safety.
Those guys.
Those are basic safety
Why
things.
you want to better
So
the
the
life?
so the
Why
simplest
do
thing,
you want to better the life of a guy who you consider in your mind as a slave?
and your security and their own security is the one enforcing the slave master's mandate
Yes.
upon them. I mean,
Why-
that is the heart.
Why?
Right.
What you want white ass is resources. That's what matters to the exploiters. That's what matters to them. And these guys are living in this condition for a rack of ages, clear for me.
Right.
Life is not anything valuable if you cannot live it.
None at all.
If you cannot live life, it means a lot. It means nothing to
It means
you.
nothing. Your existence is meaningless.
And I'm going back to you said my Bible promises. When you are a leader, when you are a father, when you are the president of a nation, we take cue what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Biker say will not be business as usual. The guys in Kinjor will say, gone are your days when you used to come and exploit us and abuse us. There's a new dawn. And the people will not be silent. Biker say, I want my case to be refined. Ebi Kroman, go. You can't say Ebi Kroman go there and get a car to go there. He didn't get even an office to live in, let alone that concentration camp. How? It's lip service to what you want to be done. These exercises are expensive, and as a nation, we got to prioritize which one is utmost priority to us. I better sleep hungry than to have a zombie son.
Right.
I'd rather sleep hungry because by God, when I bring the price of rice down, I would live with what it is than to live with a son who is physically, virtually crazy.
Right.
And to do that, to fight that war, it takes resources, not mere slogans. It takes money to have this transformation.
Right.
Guys, you see the police in the street?
Mm-hmm.
They're behaving differently now than better than what they did before because there's a new sheriff in town. Biker said it will not be business as usual. In other words, he was telling us the police will never abuse you, just like they did yesterday. He was telling the guys in King George, no, yes, your resources, but you must demand the betterment of your life.
Right.
He's telling A.B. Kromah, no, there'll be no kush.
And we don't want kush. We don't want our children to be behaving like zombies.
Zombies.
So how is that going to work?
How is that going to be possible? How does that, is that a feel-good speech? How is that going to be possible? How is that going to be possible? You're talking about audit and make sure that people account for what? How is that possible? That's what I'm waiting for 100 days. That's what I'm waiting for, that 100 days deliverable. Something tangible must be seen, must be experienced by Liberian people. The stuff that I saw in Sion Town, I saw the complex in Sion Town, where a lab is built in the basement of a complex, producing nothing but kush, make our children zombies. You declare a war. I can tell guys, don't declare a war if you don't have ammo. You know what they call ammo? You never even a member of a Boy Scout. You don't know what they call ammo.
But at least you escaped from the base.
Let's forget about what.
Yeah, I've never been, but you went there. You only saw men shooting and you escaped. Yeke told us that. He said you escaped.
I escaped from the ambush. I'm
from
not
the ambush?
Yes, ask him.
You were never in any ambush.
Oh,
you were just on the base somewhere.
Where
you were
base?
just recruited. and before even the war could start, you escaped. That's what I heard.
Let me get to this.
Right.
You cannot declare war.
Ammo. That's a fact.
Ammo.
Right.
You cannot tell A.B. Kromah or Greg fight crimes. If they are nothing, they're penniless. They don't have the logistics to do that. What is a declaration of war? It's suicidal.
Right.
And if you come back to the days of A.B., the war that A.B. has embarked on, this war either destroys him or he will fail. I can tell him this much. The drug laws that he's chasing, those guys have money to their disposal.
Absolutely.
They can even turn your lieutenants
against you.
Not against you, as their agents. And so you're not gonna do now. A.B. is chasing people that have money. He doesn't have a car. He doesn't have motorbikes. If he doesn't have car in Monrovia, let alone the 15 counties, what does he have there?
Nothing.
The guy is gonna run out of town. I agree. It happened in Mexico. It happened in Nicaragua. This guy, it happened in Brazil. These warlords will run. The Al Capone will run out of town to go back.
Right.
And you don't have a bicycle to chase them. War without
they go and settle new bases, recruit new people. That you have to take some time to get intel on them. And a few things you mentioned before we go for the break. Few things, yesterday I attended a press conference. And T-Max, I understand. I like the energy you are exerting in ensuring that we lend our voices to these two security institutions, and also call on the AFL that those of you who are there now, please,
record them.
Record these people.
Record them. They got no business being there.
There's already communication there.
Record them from there. There's nothing work to do. If you have a company that taking gold from Liberia, can treat its own people, and it must come.
It must even have private security.
Yes, it must come from the people that are there.
Right, the
people will benefit.
You can say Exicon, for example. You can take whatever security, private security in the country here. Right, that will also receive resources Liberians will benefit. That's another way that we benefit from these concessions. But the AFL, if you talk our national security, that should be protecting the territorial confines of the country. It goes to protect a concessionaire. That is a problem, and that's one. Secondly, you talk about the Drug Enforcement Agency, T-Max. Yesterday, I was at the offices of the DEA. Oh, I forgot to share the video with you. Maybe I'll share. We'll go for the break so that we can play and think. I was taken to an outside bathroom, outside of the entire premises of the DEA.
So do you agree with me? It's a concentration camp.
It is a concentration camp. I think it's better because the meal and thing so that place is
don't go
terrible.
to the DEA office when the sun is up.
The longest, according to the DEA Director General, the longest he's ever stayed at that office was yesterday because of the press conference. I could sense the disappointment on his face. I don't know wherever he came from a meeting, in a meeting and thing, and that talking about money given to him from the finance ministry or whatever and thing. I could sense the disappointment that this is not what we agreed on. You ask me to fight. I have the manpower. In fact, I can assure you, I will do internal vetting, and I will weed out some of the people in here that are working with the cartel. He made that very clear. So this guy is not a man that is coming to. He's not advertising. That's another part. There are other people who advertise their skills and they claim to have skills, but they go to the job, they don't have it. AB does not need to advertise. And this should not be seen as a PR stunt for AB. This is about the fight against drugs that's affecting our society. Then this man does not need to advertise himself. He's ever 102. We know what he did. He cleared the streets of Monrovia. He said to us yesterday, if you want me to clear the ghettos in Monrovia, in Montserrat County, I can take a week and clear all the ghettos. But that's not our goal right now.
But that's not going to happen anyway.
That can happen if he has the resources.
Come on, if you have the resources.
So two ways.
You have the resources.
Two things, T-Max, two things. Ambassador Boakai, the lives lost in Kinjor should not go to waste.
No.
And the only way that will not go to waste, review that concession. Let's find out what is in it. Why are these people behaving so inhumane? Is there something there that states that they should not elevate the status of the people? Then no problem. Maybe they put sign it that way.
People are inhumane because their government treats them
inhumanely. And the second part of it is that if you say you want to fight against drugs, you are here to rescue. How can you rescue the son of the woman selling beta balls in Douala? She has invested all of her money into that boy. He graduated from high school. Very first time he decided to go out and hang out with friends. A friend gave him something in a drink. Like the next time he starts to smoke kush. The next time he starts to take higher substances. That woman, everything she labored for goes to waste. You want to rescue that woman? Rescue her son from drugs. You want to rescue that father who has invested everything in his son to send him to university. He graduated and he became a Zoko. The only way you can rescue that man, rescue his son. And to rescue his son, you need to empower the institution that is leading the charge of rescuing people from drugs.
Let's take our break and be right back.
After being in the business for more than 20 years, Uptown Garage has all it takes to make your car work best for you. Uptown Garage has brought in all sizes of new quality tires. We also have the efficient and long-lasting Uptown batteries. Uptown Garage has also brought in a state-of-the-art 2022 upgraded diagnostic machine that can easily detect any problem with your car. Don't worry, we can fix it for you. Is your car having any electrical problem? Well, Uptown Garage has a professional electrician from Ghana who is up to the task of programming and solving all of your car electrical problems. Uptown Garage is at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets with the Uptown Spare Parts Store on Broad Street side. We have our garage and new showroom at Rehab at the junction of President Weah's residence. For original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to Uptown Garage. We give 1 month warranty. We also provide a tow truck free of charge if we are the ones to work on your car. But we can also tow your car anywhere for a fee. Contact Uptown Garage head office on 0777 553317 or 0886 553317 or our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Uptown Garage, your 100% Liberian owned, is here to put a smile on your face.
Across Africa, a new era has begun. To create and opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. a Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa.
And that's right. Welcome back to the program 50/50 on Sky 107.1. Before we open the lines, we also want to extend condolences to the family of the brother in Cardwell that lost his life to this power theft personnel.
I'll tell you about that power theft thing.
Right.
Look, when I talk this way, people say I'm always against every government. That's not true. We're taking time. This thing headed by Monique Catan is a joke. This LEC thing is a joke. If you want to, if it will not be business as usual,
But he's been there long enough. I don't know why you
he
say
is the Trinity of the LEC. You don't understand what I mean?
the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Precisely.
Are you kidding? I can one man.
You want me to define that for you?
In the context of LEC, yeah.
In the context of LEC,
Mhm.
he is the consultant. You agree? He is the chairman of the board. You agree? He is the acting managing director. Is it not equal to the Trinity? He is the LEC Trinity. He's been there for Rock of Ages clear for me. Let me tell you something that if I had the opportunity to say GMB, I would tell him. This stuff with LEC and water and sewer, Liberia as it is now, we can not handle it. Privatize it. Privatize it. We will not get there. Or else, this thing, the Mary brother you knew before, running behind that singer for power theft.
Mhm.
If you look in the files, you know the guys in the country, in the government that they gave money to keep people's mouths shut. You will not believe this. So, if we can't do this stuff, let's privatize it.
Let's watch this video, Julius. I mean, yesterday, my disappointment, a couple of things at the DA office that do not just represent a place where gentlemen that I saw over there that are willing to do the job where they should be, and the DG stated clearly that the longest time he ever stayed at the headquarters was yesterday because of the press conference. That place you have Fiamma, the dump site, right back there. I mean, the environment is not that conducive. But watch the video where even women go to use. No wonder why the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency said that the area where the DA office is located is not feasible for use. We're here today for a press conference, and I asked the lady to take me around so that I can use the bathroom. In fact, where she took me is not even theirs. It's a bathroom belonging to other people, which they are managing. A few steps away from their area. Imagine where women use as well. Look at the bathroom. I couldn't stand for a while. I think if we must take the fight against drugs seriously, we have to do a lot by empowering the Drug Enforcement Agency. This is so bad, so terrible. This is where they use. It doesn't represent a place where humans use. But we hope that DG Kroma can do his best in ensuring that he gives this place a better outlook.
There's a guy that used to sing when we're coming up. They used to call him, the crew used to call him Bulibalu.
Meaning?
It was James Brown. He came to Monrovia.
But what is Biribalu?
That was how crew used to call him.
You should know the name. You should know the meaning of it.
I'm telling you, Bulibalu is a name.
But what does it mean? From
He's just talking. You're not doing anything. He doesn't have a Jing thing the Congo woman would say from Christopher. Jing thing.
he was sweating at the press conference that you
Let's go to the line. Let's forget about it.
Oh my God,
And like I
right.
said, the LEC can only be LEC when it is privatized. Water and sewer will be able to be felt when it is privatized. We don't have the expertise. We don't have the money. Let somebody come and take over there so that giving light to people will not be the luxury.
Right. Let's hear you call us on those numbers. 0777 107 0777 221 223 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program. Let's have some good time. Join us, lend your voice or your voices to the issues we've highlighted. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Kimia, you have spoken well.
Well, wait, Kimia, why does Team House always tell you this?
Kimia, you have spoken well.
Well, he's an Indian boy reading my mind. Like, what I want to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Like, what you talk about the war and economic crimes, it's not a commission that is related. I think that war and economic crimes, because I honestly, Liberia is like someone would be shooting someone, like what happened on the PRC, government, like they shot the second person. No. Your involvement with the war, we want to know so that history can be calculated, so that it will be the second history of the junk itself. So these people are part around here, and that's it. They can just mineral development agreement. I think the company is not going in that right direction. And then I think the people are raised their protest, so they should sit on the round table and do whatever they want because they are taking their resources. On the point for drugs, I think we need to pay these people my group because the drug law have more money. Right now we'll be losing a battle like what happened on the we are government for the South American
the 100 million plus worth. Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
We need to have more money funding for these drug fighters. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kemayan. Good morning.
Thank you, Matthias.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is that Ama?
Yeah, Matthias. Thank you. Thank you so kind for the public. Aman Post Bottom Lady.
Go ahead, sir.
I'd like to use this medium to appreciate you and Mr. Zlate for always bringing fascinating topic to the conversation.
You're welcome.
Having said that, it is important to register that there is a need for the war and economic crime code to be established in this country because, Matthias, there are people who were involved into killing innocent people only because they wanted power. So the issue that has to do with the war crime code needs to be established so that these people be made to account for their wrongdoing. And so the economic crime code, Matthias, people who was given electoral opportunity to go and serve a particular district. You refuse to serve that district, but rather you was engaged into amassing wealth at the disadvantage of the people. There are some of them who are even richer than everybody in the district only because we gave you an electoral opportunity to go and serve as lawmakers. You refuse. So because of that, we fully support the aspect that have to do with economic crime code. So these people should be made to account, for their wrongdoing and the harm that made to this country. So King George, the issue about King George, the only reason for which we have experienced what we have experienced is because lawmakers who are supposed to be discharging their responsibility, they have refused. They are reneging in discharging their responsibility because they are receiving something. I mean, a clear evidence and a clear testimony to one of their actions is the current lawmaker we have in our district, Abu Bana Kamara. He's also involved into receiving money from illegal STEM minors. One day, Matthias, when it reached a point where the community dwellers will get set up, then we may likely witness the situation that occur in King George. So, because we don't want to witness this situation, that's why we are flagging it. We are asking the national government, the public, to take.
What are the sand mining companies in your district that you are referencing?
What district is that?
District 15.
District number 15. In Corware, there are more than 5 different sand mining companies. Honor Mining.
But District 13 extends to Cardwell as well. And District 11 is also in Cardwell. So Cardwell is divided.
The District number 15 portion,
where the same mining companies are. Right.
The mail compound, right? The lawmaker is receiving money from those people who are involved.
And you are not saying allegedly. You sounding so definitive. I said you have the facts.
Because I can provide all evidence to authenticate what I'm saying. So I'm not saying allegedly because I know that indeed he is involved with this. Not only in Corware, but to conclude, people are also mining in jacket. People are receiving money. This is
okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Nibi. Those are good points there. But at the same time, let's also comment on the drug issue and think is important. Let's join this clarion call to the national government. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Kun Japa calling from Broad Street.
Mr. Japa, please go ahead, make your point.
Yeah, I just put the radio on when I heard Natal. I then say, oh, even president, we are, I say the president, we are will succeed. The need to privatize certain corporation, public corporation. Even though government ministry, even though that ministry they will not be privatized, but the agriculture, they need to bring in investors that will take over agriculture ministry and have. They need to bring in people that will take over. That the only way we succeed. So if President Baka will succeed, he need to privatize the same way NPA is privatized. He need to privatize LPRC, water and sewer, and telecommunication, NET. They need to privatize it. If they don't do it, it will not work.
Thank you very much.
Concerning about the war crime code. If the war crime code it will not do anything about it, or the government not do anything about it, believe it or not, in the future, a group will become armed because they will see that the first people that do it, nothing happened to them.
Yeah.
And so they will want to do it. Because if you don't prosecute the present people, you will not prosecute the coming people.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Call us on our number on 0777 777 Let's go back to line 5. Good morning.
Good morning, T-Max. And let me say good morning to Matthias.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. My name is Zach F. Bemo. I am the co-chair for the Independent Act Team for Good Governance, and I call for our office in Upper Corwell.
Go ahead.
Thank you, T-Max. And I think the caution of impunity is not going to help solve Liberia's problem. And I thought there should be this war and economic crime code for people who we think have committed atrocity in this country to be tried. It is alleged. So let those guys facing the law to see if they are found guilty.
You have anybody? Do you have anybody in mind that you think participated in the war and needs to give his account of his participation in the war?
There are a lot of them.
For example,
the well-known person that every Liberian will refer to is Prince Johnson, but Sekou Damate is here. We have Thomas Yaya Nimle. There are many. And I think the code should be established. Yeah, Timan.
Go ahead. We're listening to you. I'm just.
The code should be established so that, those guys can actually go to give their own account of what it did to our country, for which they are at the excellence of power, maximizing wealth at the expense of our people. And I want to agree with you, T-Max, to conclude that the LPRC and the water and sewer should be prioritized. That those two entities be given to private company that
I say LEC,
not
LPRC. I say LEC.
People will definitely get the benefit of this agency.
Thank you very much. Call us on the number on 0777. Let's go to line 2. Talk to our next caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, how you doing, T-Max?
Mama, how you talking? You're like a guest.
Yeah, this is Dawda calling from table number 15.
Dawda, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I saw, after relating to the recent call, people just follow that mention of Kamara receiving money from the same money company. I'm a resident of table number 15. I live in Carwell Bills. There have been no point in time that Kamara has ever received money from any same money company. In fact, there is a dealership set up here for our Carwell Township here that those same money companies will normally take money and carry it to the dealership for social companies.
So in other words, people are money sending in Carwell.
Yeah, they are money sent there.
Is that is there? Wait a minute. Is there same money improving the roads, the condition of the people in Carwell?
Certainly. In fact, they one of the same money company even build a town hall for the people of Carwell. One of the same money company. So the lawmaker has not been involved with any receiving illegal money from any same money company. So what I'm trying to do, I see it as a way of blackmailing the lawmaker. So you should stop that. I just want to make that point. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for your contribution for the multiple issues we have on the platform. He called to defend. But it's okay. That's the issue you want
Good morning. Good morning, my brother. What's your name, please?
Thank you. Let me say good morning to Matthias and as well to your many listeners and viewers on the broadcast. My name is Aloysius Iflomochi.
Aloysius, I'm sorry. Aloysius, your line is terrible, please. Your line is terrible.
Hello?
Yeah, your line is terrible.
Yeah.
Bad off. I think we gotta try to find a better phone, man. Aloysius. Let's go back to line one. Talk to our next caller. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. This is Brother Emmanuel H. Seaton calling from the Chicken Freeway District 13. Top of it, from there to be beside.
Go ahead.
Yes, with the topic of discussion, I'm privileged. Speaking about the case of the brutal happenings with regard to King George, let me say, at Cape Mount, to be precise. The issue of security being the sign there for me, quote unquote, I do not see it as a bad thing. At least the security being there will serve, as a safe ground. That is a government act, making sure that the company and the people have a cordial relationship. And if as such, like this misunderstanding has just occurred, then Liberia National Security, as we may have been there, will be able to control the issue until the other way around it went. Speaking to the case of, how you call it, Liberia Electric Corporation, I would like to say that if Mr. Katan, having started well, but then getting a loan, there are some other lapses, and he come to the public space to say that, well, he started fine, but he has some other challenges, or he probably do not have much interest anymore as he did on the beginning. And so the other people can take it from there. But for me, I do not prioritize, private or management of it. I believe government need to take hold of all responsibility, at which time, quote unquote, the government will have the opportunity to accumulate resources or means of their involvement, and so our country can receive the kind of development our country has.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling me.
Let's move on to another person. Call us on those numbers: 0777-777-107, 0777-221-223. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Dimash. How are you?
I'm all right. Go ahead, my brother.
Okay, I'm P. Jimmy Kofa calling from Baltimore, USA.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay. Thank you very much for the show this morning. Concerning those things that are happening there in Liberia, we heard them and they are very terrible. Reason one is that, the LVC problem, there in where our next neighbor, Africans, we lived in there, and once they came and connected somebody's house, and then they put the roof there, and then they put one of the positive and negative. So you have one of the stuff in. The other one, the next day, when anybody put it in, that one is going to jail for months or years. And then it left it like that, and nobody could put it in. So the reason I'm saying here is that the people that have no light, they are in their houses, they do not clean up. They see every people go and wire their houses. So the Liberian government should have, they should see to it that they must take time to deal with our people. Get straight order. If we are caught, we're saying to court not to brutalize people, send the person to court, let the person clear his time. So this is, that one of beating people is very bad. The second one, the company, King George area, before they go there, they sit with the government. They sit with the corporate that we are going to the country. And then besides that, they reach agreement. When the agreements are not met and the workers begin to stretch out, then the government should call those that represent what the agreement between you guys, the hospital or the street or the road that or the place that they are going to build. Why did they build them? Look at houses they're giving our people to live in. So what I'm saying, but let us just pray that this government will see to it that every company operating in that country, Liberia, should do the real thing, and we will find the real thing. We should close them down.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this. Yeah, thank you very much, brother.
Let's move on. Thank you. We have another overseas call. Good morning.
Good morning, Team Agilate. How you doing?
Is that my Sam Gibson?
Oh no, this is Emmanuel Mark. I'm so sorry. All of the time I call you Team Agilate. You're used to me, Mr. Team Agilate. How you
Go
doing?
ahead. It doesn't matter to me. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Team Agilate, thank you for giving me the time. You know, Liberia, I keep telling people, I would just like to deal with maybe 3 issues here, if you will permit me. One is the culture of impunity in our country. These days, people are not afraid. And Team Agilate, I can promise you this. This man death will go free because that's the culture we live in. Liberians only talk when they think it's on them. Like, for example, if something was to happen to you, I will come and counsel you. Oh, Mr. Team Agilate, I'm so sorry. Leave your own with God. That's the word of God. Just leave it. But when it happens to me, then I pick up stick and join in the street. I need justice. That's the kind of country we have in our hands. And until we change the culture of impunity, Liberia will stay as the way it is. Killing those people, killing that man, destroying that future of that family, and those people going free. Watch my word. Sooner or later, the whole entire killing or murder that went on over there, it will cease down. The next thing I will want to talk about is prioritizing all of this autonomous agency. The only thing I would not want for the government to prioritize is water, because water most often belongs to the states. And so the company that will come, we do not know what they will do with it. But in America here, every bill that you pay, it belongs to a private company. Because anything that belongs to a private company, it is well respected. It is well treated. It is well organized because it's not for government. So if these things are prioritized, it will take a whole lot of stuff from the government neck. But because people within the government still want to corrupt, still want to steal, they allow these things because the money will come in their hand and they give poor services to our people. Lastly, Team Agilate, before I get to the topics, let me ask you one question. Team Agilate, do you want for Liberia to be developed?
Is that a rhetorical question?
Hello?
Or you want him to respond to that directly?
Yes, sir. I want you to do that.
Okay.
Please.
T-Max, there you have it.
Why do you ask me that kind of question? It's an easy question. If I don't want Liberia to be developed, I wouldn't be here.
Thank you, Mr. Team Agilate. Let me tell you what, let me recommend something to President Joseph Numa Boaka. We have seen time upon time, that I said the last time, Liberia will not develop until we get a radical president. What am I talking about? When President Joseph Numa Boaka had the opportunity, let him go Ghana, go to the grave of Jerry Roden and ask him, how did you manage and you found Ghana to where it is today? That everybody flowing Ghana, who used to stand in line to buy bread, sugar, see where they are today. Okay, he's dead. Someone will say he would not love to talk to him because he is dead. Go Rwanda. Rwanda started their war 1990. It ended 1994. Rwanda fought one of the brutal civil war in our country. In fact, their own was so worse than our today. But go Rwanda today. You see African countries, people from all over the world. If I say, I might love to go there to pay a visit. Look, 2 o'clock in the morning, you see people walking down the trail. Electricity all over. How can a country that fought a brutal civil war, today everybody sending their children there? Everybody go there, NBA build one of the biggest stadiums in the people country. Look, you enter Kigali, you think it is Europe, one of the cleanest African country in Africa. You think how he managed? So if you think we want for Liberia to be developed, go and ask Paul Kagame.
Let me tell you something. The secret is simple. Paul had that political will. He had that that what I was telling guys. It's easier to talk, and give me something I want to hear. You must have the political will.
Yeah.
In the absence of political will, we're just wasting our time here.
I agree with you. Let me end with this. The reason I'm letting all of this prelate is because until the only way Liberia will develop, you are a president when you have the heart of these 2 leaders. Let me tell you, the last time I tell Liberia, we are not started enjoying, we do not know what they call democracy. So what do I mean? If Joseph Newman Boaka know pretty well, he wants to build road. He know pretty well. He wants to build schools for his people. He know pretty well he wants to build hospital. He know pretty well he wants to do things that will benefit the Liberian people. Then he not depend on our house. Because these guys, they are criminals. These guys, they are killers.
I mean, you can't just.
I beg you, don't.
You can't just.
Don't call them criminals. Thank you. You made a very serious point. I think all is based on the political will. If you don't have the political will, we just be going all in the circle. Thank you very much.
We'll take our last break and we'll come back to you, Max.
After being in the business for more than 20 years, Uptown Garage has all it takes to make your car work best for you. Uptown Garage has brought in all sizes of new quality tires. We also have the efficient and long-lasting Uptown batteries. Uptown Garage has also brought in a state-of-the-art 2022 upgraded diagnostic machine that can easily detect any problem with your car. Don't worry, we can fix it for you. Is your car having any electrical problem? Well, Uptown Garage has a professional electrician from Ghana who is up to the task of programming and solving all of your car electrical problems. Uptown Garage is at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets with the Uptown Spare Parts Store on Broad Street side. We have our garage and new showroom at Rehab at the junction of President Weah's residence. For original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to Uptown Garage. We give 1 month warranty. We also provide a tow truck free of charge if we are the ones to work on your car. But we can also tow your car anywhere for a fee. Contact Uptown Garage head office on 0777 553317 or 0886 553317 or our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Uptown Garage, your 100% Liberian owned, is here to put a smile on your face.
Across Africa, a new era has begun, shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
That's right. Welcome back to the program 50/50 on Sky 107.1. And that's how we draw the curtains on today's edition of the program 50/50. Do join us tomorrow morning for another fascinating edition. I don't know how T-Max would like to close, but this is how I would like to close. To leave you with the Dorian of Talk Show to be the last to speak. Mr. President, the 14 years of civil crisis, the reason why people keep hammering the establishment of war crime squad is because they did not want the lives, the 250,000 lives that were lost in this country to go to waste. Let their blood serve as an instrument for the cleansing of Liberia, cleansing from corruption, cleansing from impunity, cleansing from repetition of crimes, cleansing from business as usual. That's why people keep talking about the war crime squad. We see that under your watch now, the legislature is taking a step towards that direction. Kudos to the collaborative effort of the three branches of government to fight drugs, to rescue people, to rescue this country. It means you want to rescue that woman selling potato grains in Red Light whose son started smoking, sniffing coke, and is now in the street. Means that you want to rescue that father who had to tap palm wine cut palm nut and make farm to send his children to school. The very time they got an opportunity to come to Morovia to spend some time with uncles or aunties, they were lured by some friends to do drugs. Today they are in the street. You want to rescue that man so that he can realize the importance of education in his son's life. To rescue this country, it means that you want to clear this country of drugs. Maybe not to free it completely because it's not possible. But I believe there is a team in place at the Drug Enforcement Agency. Start by giving them some operational budget. Say 2.5 million, for example. I don't go by that thing that AB talked about yesterday. He said maybe he can start with 1.3. No. Say 2.5 million. I know for a reason that you need some of these guys, they still need some training. We know what the CDC government did here. Most of these institutions, there were people who just infiltrated them, and because it's their time, whether they're professional or not, they're there. And we are encouraging AB, the Director General of the Drug Enforcement Agency, to do vetting in that area, to do personnel audit. Let those who are working with the cartels be weeded out. There are other professional people in that area who sacrificed for more than 7 years, more than 10 years, more than 11 years they've been there. They've served that institution. They're willing to continue serving, but certain people do not belong there. If they are there, we'll ask them out. I don't know them. We'll ask them out. Or if they are not going to be asked out, they should be kept in the corner. That anytime they need to be up on some operation, they can go there. Mr. President, match your words with action by exerting political will and giving the Drug Enforcement Agency, the Liberia National Police, those 3 people who died and to enjoy their lives should not go to waste. Go there and implement those things that the people are calling for. It is because of them you were elected. The people elected you, and they rejected you. Prove to them that their decision is not in vain. I'm Matthias Labindi.
On that note, we come to the end of this edition of 55th. My name is T-Mac. Tomorrow morning we'll be here again to discuss another important issue to make our country the host and country in society, to think roots and foundation dates in the rule of law. See you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.